Over time, the United States Mint, with proof sets and uncirculated sets, has evolved its packaging process. And the first ever was the uncirculated going back to 1947. And we went to the white envelopes poly pack in 1968. And it stayed that way until 1981. Then we stopped making them for 2 years. And then all this new stuff started happening. Great, great decade. Every envelope different. It's called the modern era. And tonight we have the first 10 of those at the craziest price ever.
The first 10 being 1984 to 1993. This is the first decade of modern issue mint sets. It spans across the years 1984 to 1993 at $69.95 for the entire bundle. Each one of them, as Steve referenced, is a different envelope because in 1984, when they brought the mint set back out, the uncirculated set back out, they changed the design of the envelope every year, all the way actually until they brought out the state quarter program in 1999.
It is just a great opportunity to get in on the original uncirculated, the finest struck by the mint every year, right? These coins are the ones that go into circulation, but most of us that collect, when we're putting together our Kennedys or our cents or our quarters, will buy the uncirculated set and cut our coins out of those sets just because they were handled differently. They're a little bit better quality on a regular basis. So this is the complete decade, the first decade, and divide $69.95 by 10 means we're under $7 a set. Ooh, by the way, before I go any further, remember the 1970D uncirculated set, Kennedy? Well, the 87s did not get released in the circulation. The only 87 Kennedys, the P and the D, are in the uncirculated set here in this decade set. And they sell those for $13 each. 13 times 2 means $26 for just those 2 Kennedys inside of these here tonight.
In fact, set by set, these same 10 sets will cost you over $190 with our competition. We're over $120 less. Triple our price, they are. They're at $15 each for the 84, the 89, the 90, upwards of $26 on the 86. And it goes across the board, up $20, $15, regardless. It adds up to $193. And with us tonight, $120 less at $69.95 for the same exact 10 sets.
Or you go the other way, which is the largest coin in the set. I mentioned the 87 Kennedys a second ago. Those two are at $13 each because they're only in this set, which means then, right, $26 on those 2 Kennedys. There are a P and a D Kennedy in every single one of these sleeves, 2 sleeves per envelope, right? If you add up all the P Mint Kennedys, $97.25. If you add up all the D Mint Kennedys, $90.75, a little less on that one. But together, still, both of them individually, way more than we're selling all the stuff. Added together, they're over $180 just for the Kennedy halves, which are anchored by, again, those 87 Ps and Ds. So tonight, the Kennedys at a beautiful bonanza price. And then the sets themselves, even a few dollars more, as I always said, just under $200. And tonight we have the first 10 sets, all of them, inclusive, for only $69.95.
That's 905-4930 at $69.95. We're under $7 a set. Again, with our competition, their cheapest set is $15. Under $7 each tonight for the first 10, the first decade of modern issue mint sets from 1984 to 1993. The oldest set, they started way back in 1947. They had those cardboard sets. They're gorgeous, but they're so delicate. And there was no poly packs or anything like that. They were in a envelope. And then they went through the years. In 1982 and 1983, they didn't make any mint sets at all. And then the public was not happy about that. So the United States Mint brought them back in 1984 with a brand new modern look. And as you can see, each year, the outside envelope changed. Now, inside, you have 2 mints, a sleeve for each mint. Philadelphia has the blue across the top, and the Denver has the red. So that's consistent throughout the entire collection. However, the outside envelopes did change. It's a nice artistic collection.
Well, again, the idea was to change things up. The white envelope from 68 through 81 was standard. And inside of that was a more flimsy poly pack. Right? These are a real sturdy poly pack. Again, red and blue, Philadelphia and Denver, right? And then the outer envelope colorized, changed up every year. So the idea then was, if you saw white, you didn't know what year it was. Now if you see that look, you know it's 88. If you see that look, you know it's 91, etc. It's just a great, great sequence. Now, here's a couple of other things. The uncirculated set is that longest tenured of all sets from the U.S. Mint. 2022s are out. They changed the packaging again. They did a beautiful job with that, in my opinion. But today's pricing structures, I mean, those are at, I believe we had them a little earlier in the show at $44. We have the lowest price on the airwaves right now, $34, excuse me.
$34.95 for the mint set.
For the brand new mint set that's out here. That's the brand new sets. These are bigger sets. They're just, I mean, they're just a different look and feel, yet value crazy. How do we do this is a question we get all the time. Well, we buy lots and lots and lots and lots of stuff. If we don't have a truck driving up, dropping off 2 or 3 pallets once a week, it's not a day that ends in Y, right? It's just something that always happens here. And by buying these larger deals, we can break them down. If the sets are damaged, what do? We cut them open, put the individual coins in the tubes, and store them for the sets we make available. But if the sets are beautiful sets, stored properly, look good, coins look good, we set them aside. But our value relationship gives us the ability to come out and just attack at a different level. And by attacking, I mean giving ourselves great prices compared to the industry itself. Again, our closest competitors at $193 for these same sets. Tonight, while we have them available, they're at $69.95.
And again, including that 1987, when the only place you get a 1987 Kennedy are in these mint sets. So finding them intact in the original packaging is hard to find because a lot of times people cut them up and sell the Kennedys alone. Competition has those Kennedys for $13 a piece. So to find original packaging intact as issued by the United States Mint, including the 87s, is rare. And at $7 a set across the board for one price, one item number gets you all 10, including that 1987.
Guys, it's time to put a 1-minute clock up. We're getting down to close to single digits. A lot of people on the phone. Thank you all for that. But again, proof set deals, mint set deals. We have bonanzas, which are just a bunch of random sets. We'll tell you what the sets are. And then every once in a while, we'll just, hey, here's a decade. Here's the first of this type. Inclusive. We're not eliminating the 87 because the Kennedys alone sell for $26. And so we have the first decade, but we're missing a couple of sets. This is actually the first decade of the modern era. 1984 through 1993 inclusive, and our price tonight's under $7 a set. That includes both sleeves. This is an intact set. As referenced earlier, our Kennedys, $97 for the P's, $90 for the D's, and then some change, which means you're looking at $180-ish plus. The sets themselves for just a little under $200. Any way you slice it, these gorgeous U.S. Mint, originally packaged, uncirculated sets are just the way to go.